everyone, Mama Mikey here, and today we have a quick video. This is what I'm playing for January 2017, so let's get right into it. Starting off the list is Tales of Graces F. I have finally beat this game, and I'm so happy to have finally done so. I really enjoyed playing this game. After playing Tales of Hearts R, I really wanted to play this title as well. And the games have a lot of similarities in terms of the combat mechanics, and both of them have really great stories. It was an incredible game to play through, and I really enjoyed it. Just like Tales of Hearts R, there are some parts that are very repetitive, and unfortunately this game lacked some of the great things that were in Tales of Hearts R. It didn't have the fantastic mini-map that Tales of Hearts had, and the map in general for traveling around wasn't as good as the map in Tales of Hearts. But overall, it was a fantastic game. I highly recommend it. The story was really good. It was cheesy at some parts, but it was really great story overall, and I loved all of the characters that were in it. Had the same fantastic skills that you had in Tales of Hearts, and it had a completely different cooking system from Tales of Hearts. Overall, it felt like a very different game, just with some familiarity in terms of the combat. This game also has a future arc that opens up after you beat the main story. The credits will roll and then you're back in the main area to do side missions and things like that, and there's a whole new story arc that you can do if you'd like to. In the future, I might go ahead and do that, but for now I think I'm definitely set on Tales of Graces F, and I'm ready to leave it behind for a little while. Next on my list is Firewatch, and my goodness, what a game! I really wasn't expecting it to wow me the way that it did. This game is so incredibly simple, but the story of it is phenomenal, and you really are just on the edge of your seat wanting to know what happens next. And as I said, the game is just so incredibly simple. It's you in the wilderness with a radio that connects you to one person. That is your lifeline the entire game. It's the only person you have contact with. And it's a feeling of isolation, a feeling of being powerless, of not being sure what to do. You have to take matters into your own hands in this game, as with most games, but you don't have a real support system to help you. All you have is a voice to try and answer your questions and to guide you. And throughout the game, the story really picks up, and I enjoyed it immensely. There's suspense, there's humor, there's just so much that this game offers in its very short playtime, and I really recommend it to anyone looking for a bite-sized experience, a game that you could play in a couple of days even if you only have a few hours. This is a fantastic game. It takes a little getting used to in terms of navigating, because you have your paper map and you have a compass, and neither of those is up on screen the entire time. You don't have like a compass in the top right corner or anything like that. You do have to hold the compass and look at it, hold the map and look at it. You can kind of have it in your hands while you walk, but it isn't nearly as effective as stopping and looking. But the world, while it's expansive, you'll learn the trails the more that you play it, and you will kind of get a bearing on where you are. So you won't need those implements as much, and then it doesn't feel as cumbersome. Overall, I really recommend that game. If you're looking for a small game to play, I highly recommend Firewatch. Next on my list is Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. I've been getting back into playing the Wii U, and I'll actually have a video coming up soon of some new Wii U games that I'm picking up. The excitement that I have for the Nintendo Switch has got me playing the Wii U again. There are so many fantastic games on that console, and one of my favorites is Super Mario 3D World. This is a really amazing game. It is so much fun to play, and my roommate and I have just been having a blast playing it because you can play up to 4 players, and it's just fantastic. We love the mechanic of whoever gets the most points in the level gets the crown at the end, and then you get to wear it during the next level that you go to. And it's always fun to try and get the crown from the other person, or if they are hit and they drop the crown, you can swoop in and take it. It's just a really fun little detail that adds a little bit more competition between the players. And overall, all of the different worlds in this game are just so different and varied, and it's a lot of fun. My favorite worlds being the food worlds. I just love those. I always loved things where a world is made out of candy or made out of food. They're always really fun to me. And there's just so many different mechanics in this game. Each level is just so different, and you learn new ways to play throughout the game. It's a lot of fun. If this is a title that you didn't get with your Wii U, I highly recommend it. Talking more about the Wii U, I've gotten back into playing Mario Kart 8. I'm torn on if I'd like to get the edition of Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Switch. I'm very content with Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and my Wii U isn't going anywhere, so I think for now I'll hold off on getting it. In the future I might get it. I know that there's a lot of new additions to the game, but the Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, it looks phenomenal. It plays like a dream. It has so much variety already, and that's a game that I bought the DLC for when it came out originally, so the Animal Crossing and the various maps that were added for that, I have those. So for me, this game already is chock full of things to play, and I'm still really enjoying the experience. I'm not nearly bored with this game yet. So I think I will hold off on getting it for the Switch, but if you didn't get it for the Wii U, I highly recommend it. If you are getting the Switch and didn't get it for the Wii U, I definitely recommend picking this up for the Nintendo Switch. I'm sure you'll have a blast playing it, and it'll only be better than the Wii U edition. And lastly on my list is a game that I bought months ago, and a game that I unboxed months ago, but that I hadn't had a chance to play yet because I know how long of a game it is, and I wanted to give it all of the attention it deserves, and that is Fire Emblem Awakening on the Nintendo 3DS. And my goodness, what a game! I'm about 18 hours in now, and the story is fantastic. I have been driven and motivated throughout this entire 18 hours, and I know that there's a lot more of playtime ahead of me, but the story has not slowed down at all. It just keeps ramping up in intensity. This is my first ever sort of strategy RPG. I've never played a game like this before with the grid system. I wanted to play a few RPGs so I could get the hang of sort of basic RPGs before trying a strategy RPG. So I wanted to try some more difficult games and complete those first, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm glad this wasn't my first entry into RPGs. This is my first Fire Emblem game, and I'm loving every second of it. Because I love this game so much, now I'm even more excited for the new Fire Emblem games that were announced. There is Fire Emblem Warriors that's coming to the Nintendo Switch. There is a Fire Emblem mobile game that has been announced, and a new Fire Emblem 3DS game has also been announced. The new Fire Emblem game for the 3DS looks like a merger between what we know about Fire Emblem with the grid system, and you still have your world map that you move around, but it's added in the dungeon and the free roam aspects that other RPGs have. I'm very excited to try that. I am loving, though, Fire Emblem Awakening. It is so much fun. The strategy is so intense. I've never played a strategy game like this before, and the battles are so intense. I was worried that it would be boring, but there's absolutely nothing boring about this game. The battles are so intense, they can last 25 to 30 minutes, and I love the system of pairing up characters to get married. I think it is so much fun. I just keep making matches. I love being matchmaker, and it's so much fun not only to have that aspect of it, but how much better the characters play together. Once their friendship has blossomed, then they play better together. Then they give each other better buffs during battles. They work better together. It's a functional system, but it's also really fun because I just love playing Matchmaker. So that is what I have been playing for January 2017. Let me know in the comments below what you've been playing, or if you played any of the games that are on my list. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!